I like the music.
It comes with Zoom.
Oh, nice.
I
Okay.
actually, this is better than what we were running last time, but I'm so in love with Japanese 80s pop right now. That's all I've been listening to.
Okay.
It gives you the same kind of vibe. And just because watching anime, all this, like, I don't know. I'm weird
No, that's
like
fair.
that.
You are live, so there you go. YouTube live.
You're live.
No, you're live.
You're live.
Your
Everyone's
face is live.
Ha, ha,
All right.
ha,
Shots fired, right?
Ouch.
All right, let's see. Let me put this on our Discord channel.
yeah.
We're live for the girls.
KKK.
Everybody?
Alright, and then
Now.
gods. See.
Yeah. If I look like I'm wincing, it's because my foot, I probably like pushed it into the desk
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, what happened there, brother? What's going on?
Well,
What did
I
you
play
do?
recreational volleyball on
Oh,
Mondays
snap.
with friends. So it was a playoff game. So unfortunately, things get a little everybody gets a little overzealous. So we both, me and another player, went for the ball at the same time to spike it, and I just, lost balance and fell wrong. But it's not as bad as it sounds. So I will assure
I
you.
hope not. Like, that sounds brutal.
I'll say this, like, I felt it at the start, but I was still able to walk until the adrenaline wore off, so it wasn't that bad.
I'm gonna rename this, by the way. This. Why can't I rename it?
Did you guys
From
want me
May
to share
28th.
the draw jam screen while we talk, and then at some point I can pop in the animatic, or do you guys want to just
Yeah,
only look?
here.
at
Let me share that so we can. I need to. What are you sharing?
Right now,
Sonia, or
nothing's
is it?
being shared except for us on YouTube.
Oh, your computer sound. Yeah, I'm trying to. It says starting to share screen will stop other computers sounding share. So that means it will kill your audio.
What's happening? Whose audio?
Your audio
Is this better?
if I share. Look at this. Look at this. Look at
Nice.
us.
You did kill my
We're on
audio.
Yeah, that's weird, eh?
I can share my screen then, in that case. For the
Okay,
draw
let
jam.
me stop sharing my screen.
Yeah, stop sharing.
I stop sharing.
You share, you don't share.
Stop sharing, okay?
Stop
We're doing
sharing.
my heavy Latino accent when we do this. Super.
Gotta keep it for the rest of the stream.
Es muy super.
Sorry.
You like that one? Sonia gets tired after 6 o'clock, and then it gets anything
Oh,
stupid
no.
I say. It's
No, I know what you mean. When I get tired, I get like goofier as I get tired. So
yeah, it's fun.
it gets weird.
Fun. I'm just doing the droyam, a
Nice.
little yoinks, like yoinks.
Okay.
All
Well.
right, special guest.
I'm special.
Is it special? Is it special? Oh, sorry.
With special guest. I'm just writing. I'm very slow at
Oh,
writing.
no. Oh, well.
That's legible.
Where's my? Oh, there you go. Oh, there is the last you.
Okay.
All right, Makafui.
The only thing I don't know how to do is split share like you used to do when your browser. I don't know if that's a Mac thing.
Split share.
know,
Oh yeah,
do
I
you
mean
do
we might
multiple
have
tabs?
to do. Yeah, mayhaps. Nope. This is off center.
It's gotta be perfect, or else we can't
It
start.
must be perfect, otherwise it cannot work.
9 p.m. Still going at it.
Yeah.
You can't leave. You can go to bed,
Oh
please.
my God.
Please let me go to bed. No.
Why is this? Oh, hang on. I might have to go to Facebook and whatnot to share this. to say that we have started.
Why
Hang
can't
on
I
a second.
combine these? Oh boy. I'm struggling.
What are you struggling with?
Doing the... my life. Hang on. Just want to be able to swap
Okay, let me go
between
into
Makafui's,
let me go
Your name is
into
so
fast.
cool.
Yeah.
It's
So.
like, is that real or did you come?
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I should tell you a story. So
Please do tell the story.
So I used to go to Brock University. Brock University. That was the first university I went to, and it's in St. Catharines. It's like in the southern part of Ontario.
Okay.
And you know, university goes, you go to parties. So I went to get some beer at the LCBO, and because I didn't have facial hair at the time, I would always get carded. So they carded me. They look at my name. This lady looks at my name and goes, "This isn't real." Just straight up. And I just froze. I was like, "Oh crap! Well, what do you mean it's not real?" It's like, "Are you sure this is your real name?" I'm like, yeah, it's my real name. I swear." She's just looking at me like, "You forged this thing." I'm going, "There's no way I did it that well and gave you a bunk ass name like that." I was going, "Oh no." So, but I had a friend behind me that was like, "That's his real name." And then she let me go by, but she just stared me down with this suspicious glare. And I was like, "Oh man." But yes, yeah, it's one of those names you don't hear very often, right? So it does kind of come across as like some made up comic book name, but
It totally is the Makafui show. That's
yeah, it's
amazing.
from Ghana, West Africa. So
Cool.
it's one of those like tribal names.
Totally see it being some
Nice,
show.
nice.
Yeah.
Makafui show.
To be honest, my parents always say it's like you should just use your name if you write anything. Don't even use a pseudonym. Your name is already crazy enough.
Yeah, it's
So
awesome.
don't even change
yeah.
it. So
It's awesome. So, should we ask you what is, or should we wait till 8 o'clock?
No, let's just do it.
I mean, like it's up to you guys. You're the host. I'm just the guy.
I say
You're
let's
our
just
special
go.
guest.
Let's go.
Makafui for
And it's symmetrical. We're good.
Morrow. I don't know what I say. So you made you're working on your own IP.
Yeah. So
We got Newlander. What's Newlander all about, my friend? You're more than welcome if we need to actually give us a little bit of an explanation of what your show is about, and then we can put up the little animatic that you have.
of course.
To share it and
Yeah.
check it out, and we can talk about it some more.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, Newlander is actually, funny enough, it's like a prequel of the first short film I ever made in VFS. So it follows this young kid who a bunch of humans kind of came back to Earth after it was, you know, not fit for population. They came back and they found that there's only one island on the entire planet, so they live there now. And this one kid who wants to be a cook on this island colony is kind of tricked out of being, you know, a cook, and has to then enroll into this military group called the X-Finders. But he's a very passive kid, so he doesn't really like that idea, so he runs away and hides in different parts of the island away from the authorities and gets help from like different characters along the way. So yeah, that's the basis of the story.
That's good.
That's
And
all to
you're
unpack. Sorry. Go on.
No worries.
that's what, sorry?
I was saying that's a lot to unpack. That's like a lot of different things going on.
Yeah. So do you want to show us, like, we can stop
You want me to show the animatic?
Yeah.
I will show it, but I have a few questions before I do.
Let's go.
Of course. Ask away.
First of all, are you the creator of this story? Like the writer, the creator, the designer?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
all
all
right.
me. All me.
Awesome. And then how did you learn how to do all of this?
Well, yeah, I would say my main knowledge is from Vancouver Film School because I did the classical animation program there. So they taught me storyboarding, development, animation, and then the rest is more of just me scouring the internet and learning like little extra bits here and there, and like going to places like Taffy and hearing stories from professionals and basically sitting there and being like, so how do I get from me to you?
Mhm. Mhm. Did,
So that's basically it. Yeah.
and did you meet Jose Taffy at all, or you didn't see?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we did.
actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Very
We
nice.
had dinner together. I actually saw you as well at the oh damn. What's the place called? It's like the
Oh,
threesome
yeah, it was really
restaurant.
good food.
Did
Yeah.
did we all eat together?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did.
I was just
But
like
it was
farther
such a
away
big
from you.
table. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
it
was sitting
was.
next to me, and you're far away because you were with. Oh my, who were you with?
I feel like you were
Denver.
in front
You were
of
with
Paulette.
Denver.
Oh
You
yeah,
were
Denver. That's what it
Paulette
is.
and Denver, Jackson,
Yeah.
and then
Is this the
we were at
lunch?
the other end.
Dinner. It was like late
Dinner.
dinner.
You're,
Yeah.
think I
you're
was
probably
there.
too tired. You were there. I know you were there.
I don't think so.
I know
You
you were
said
there
in
because
Morrow.
I said
Oh, was it that
yeah,
like
like super
pub,
late.
pub around like the
Yeah.
corner from the Scotiabank Theater? Or whatever
Yep.
the movie
Yeah,
theater?
absolutely. Yep.
Oh my god. Okay.
I
Wow.
walked up to you at the end and said bye,
Oh my
and that was
god.
it.
No memory.
Ah, no worries. I
Oh
was
my
because
goodness.
I was kind of just like,
Canceled.
oh, that's Sonia over there. I should probably say hi to her. And then it took me like 10 minutes to do that.
Oh my god, we were just also there. Alright. Alright,
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah, no, we were so exhausted.
We were-
That was
Exactly.
super fun, but it was very, very exhausting.
Yeah.
As
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
anybody would know if you go there.
Yeah, well, we
Yeah.
are planning to go to Ottawa, but if you come to Ottawa, definitely let us know. We'll
Yeah.
do dinner,
Definitely.
One
and
hundred
lunch,
percent.
other types of food, and whatever else.
Yeah. The downside of doing things all by yourself, I'm not doing it really because I think I'm like the best for the job. It's more because money wise, it's that's literally it. So if I
Oh,
had
yeah.
if I had a lot of money to use, a lot of people would be working on these projects with me because
Well,
I like
we're-
kind of working with people rather than just taking the brunt of the entire project. But
I totally hear it. That's my favorite
Mm.
part about the project, like
yeah,
developing and working in animation. That's how Jose and I know each other because we work together. Just gonna
oh, okay.
grab some
Sweet.
Multiple
paper.
times.
Where's my paper?
Multiple
On-
times.
Certain projects or just in like certain studios.
Well, different studios.
Okay.
At some points. Oh, she might be showing you something here.
No, I'm just taking
Ooh.
notes. I'm,
Uh,
No.
I'm gonna have a lot
You're
of
gonna show
things
cool-
for Makafui
cool
for
things.
later on.
No,
Show me the cool stuff you do.
Oh gosh.
We worked together on. We worked at Jamfield together. That's how we met, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
I was overseeing a project. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Jose was my
But anyways.
supervisor.
Yeah, and then you just had your baby.
Oh yeah. No, I was pregnant at the time and doing overtime.
Oh, you were pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back in the day, there was a lot of work, so we all had like lots of opportunities to freelance and
Yeah,
work.
not like now.
That was a little
Now
different.
It's a little bit.
But
Yeah, now it's a bit different.
pivoting back to this, so you finished Vancouver Film School, right?
Yeah.
And then you moved back, and then
Well, actually, I moved to Halifax. After
Okay.
that.
No way.
what did
Did-
you do in
so-
Halifax?
So I did like, because I have a big background in sales and marketing. That was like
Huh?
What?
a big thing I was really into before I just went, dude, you should just continue being a creative person because you're gonna lose it if you don't use it. So yeah, because actually like before COVID, it was the plan for me was, sales marketing, understand the business side through sport management, then get into law and just be a corporate guy for the rest of my life, basically. So.
No.
What?
it- And then COVID kind of basically kicked me in the butt and said, "No, you like drawing too much. You'll stew." So I kind of rearrange the plans a little bit. So then that's where I went to Vancouver Film School, and then because work with the strike and everything was a little touch and go, while working on my portfolio, I went to Halifax and did work there because Copernicus Studios, I did a test for them, so I wanted to kind of keep close proximity to that studio since they were the only studio that called me when I submitted stuff. But yeah, so I did that, and then I actually got my first client while I was living in Halifax for my company, and then I just moved everything back to, because money-wise, it was just a better way of dealing with everything, being in my hometown rather than being in a place I was trying to get the hang of. So,
Gotcha.
but yeah, so Halifax, and then now Mississauga, Ontario. Yeah.
And so did you do boards in Halifax, or where did you work on? Which department?
Oh no, I didn't work in animation in Halifax. I was just like a salesperson in Halifax.
Oh, sales. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
exactly.
But you said you
Yeah.
did. Okay, I thought you said you did a test and you worked. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so what were you are you looking to essentially keep making your own IPs, your own shows? Is that the goal for you?
Yeah, I'm trying to like scale up my business, helping with like digital marketing, but also I really like series development because I've been helping groups in the United States, actually. A couple of people that are very nice people working on their series. So I've been taking that initiative and putting it into my own personal IPs. So, and this idea has been kind of, attacking me while I sleep constantly. It's like, you gotta make me, man. You gotta. The more you look at the paper, the more ideas you get. You gotta do something. And I'm like, fine, okay. Oh, so yeah, it's basically, looking at how to make money, but also I like the idea of creating stuff, meaningful stuff for the youth, to help like shape people and create comfort shows, basically shows that kind of make you feel better about things. Yeah, I like that idea.
Like cozy shows, warm shows, cozy shows.
Yeah, like optimistic. And it doesn't have to be like, oh, the world's about to end. It's like, yeah, it was gonna end in 2012. We're still here, so like I can't take that seriously.
It was supposed to happen so many times.
Yeah, the world's ended so many times. I think we're good.
Amazing. And so you wrote the script or treatment, and you developed the designs, and you done a pitch bible, and you did package it all together, and then you're working on the animatic, or I think it was a teaser.
I saw this this other series on Instagram called Means of Destruction, and it looked like they were doing just small animatic pieces. And just to showcase their show. So I was going, well, because I don't have all the time and resources that I would need, the best thing I could do is kind of, make people fall in love with the idea of the show through these animatics, since it's the best way, like the easiest way I can get things out.
Yeah.
And it seems like that's working a lot these days. So
it really is. It does work. And exactly. Are you looking to potentially crowdfund a Kickstart to finish the fully animated pilot? Like that is on my to-do list, definitely. Nice. Seeing how effective it works, it's like I actually pledged some money to the Strawberry Vampire thing, because that was just really cool.
It's nice.
So
amazing. Yeah. So I guess you got to chat a little bit with Emily at Taffy, maybe, or go to.
Oh yes, I did.
Awesome.
Because my mentor Ali Kellner is friends with her, so she was like, yeah, you gotta meet her, and I was like, fantastic. Okay, well, I'll try.
Awesome.
Nice.
Do my best.
That's fantastic.
But yeah, so
I'm gonna share your trailer. Let's see now.
Yeah, let's see it.
Granted, my voice acting skills aren't as good as my animation skills. So.
Don't even. We're not supposed to be good at everything. Come on, man.
Exactly.
We so are. I'm just kidding. No.
We have to be good at everything. Come on, Jose.
Don't even try. Of course, yeah. I'm going to play it. It is about 4 minutes. We're gonna watch it.
You might want to mute your music though.
No, I'm gonna keep
How
it.
dare you?
You can keep it like I don't know. It might be good with the visuals. I don't know. We could test it. I don't know.
That was such a weird mix. I don't know. It could work. I don't know. It really depends.
Have you never done that before? Like in high school, I used to do that. Me and a friend, we would play like different videos with music. And one time, I think we played Frozen and this hip hop song, and it syncs so well. We turned it all the way up during the class.
That's awesome.
It was interesting.
And then you
can't remember that song though. But yeah, anyway, play the stuff. You don't need to listen to all my stories.
That sounds great. Oh my gosh, I don't know what's up with my. Oh, there. Okay, my mouse didn't want it. Let's see.
Hand over the sweet and sour. Hand over the that hurt. I don't know why you're doing this, but this little guy did nothing wrong. Hand over the hazard, and then you need to come with me. By the authority of the tribunal, you have to do what I say. Your other options are that I arrest you, or you jump in the water. Maybe I will. I could use a dip. Oh, that's not the response I was expecting. Kind of morbid for a kid, I might add. Now you're coming with me. Well, it was nice knowing you, dude. Oh, it was? No, but I would like my last words to be public. No need to worry. I'll protect you. Huh? Just let go of the staff! That's against regulations. He's watching his eating. I respect that. Good for you, man. Not good for us. We're all natural.
Hey, kid. Hop on before the spore regains consciousness.
You don't have to tell us twice.
Hey! You'll become enemy number 1 in the eyes of the tribunal if you... leave.
So, where are you taking us?
You finished that not long ago. Oh, gaming! Valorant!
Valorant. Thank you. I'm happy that that was at the end of my thing. That means it
We're not sponsors of Valorant. We are sponsors of
Well, maybe we are, maybe we are.
Makafui though.
Okay.
Sponsored.
That's awesome, dude.
How does
How
it
long
feel?
did it
Appreciate it.
take you to? Sorry, go
No,
on,
no, you
Sunny.
go on. Go on.
How long did it take you to do come from script to where you are here?
Uh, I I say like let's say 3 months. That's give or take. Yeah, I don't I didn't actually track this one. This was more of like me doing this on off spare time. So um
Right on.
yeah.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Right on. So how
it
did you
was
get the idea? Like from like what sparked that idea? Or
well so well, back to living in Vancouver because Vancouver Film School is a year-long course and it was quite stressful. So I, really needed to do things to kind of loosen up a little bit, make sure I wasn't burning out, right? So,
yeah.
and I discovered if there's an island. Oh no, no,
There. Yes.
no, no, no worries. There's an island that's north northwest of BC. It's called Bowen Island,
Okay.
and I would always kind of go around the woodland area there. The island's basically like a mountain, just one mountain surrounded by a town. So it was always just like a nice like haven thing, like detachment from everything. So that's actually where that's the island I based this island off of Bowen Island of BC.
Oh, cool.
So sometimes I'd walk around and the forest areas were so quiet that it was like if I disturbed anything, that something would kind of come out and jump at me or something like that. So that's kind of what sparked this idea a little bit was just walking through that area. It's like
Right.
super, and also because I live in Ontario and redwoods for me, like it was like the first time seeing trees like that. So it was very like otherworldly. So
Right.
though, yeah, it was like, oh, seeing something from like another time or something like that. So little sparks here and there kind of pushed it.
Yeah.
But I always liked the idea of like mythical creatures and stuff like
Right.
that. So, and
What
science fiction. So, yeah.
yeah, did you hit any walls like when you started? Did you while you were drawing or coming up with the idea, did you hit any walls that were like, "Oh man, this is what was the most difficult time that you went through while you were writing just the premise of it all?"
I think simplifying it, to be honest. I when I got the idea, especially with all like just the passion I think I put into it, I really went all over the place with the possibilities. So, and that's where going through, learning from other people, I learned that simple is way better than it being super convoluted. So the
Hmm.
wall was basically trying to simplify things for me.
Yeah. That's always a difficult thing because there's so many things you wanna add to it, and it's like, but this would be cool. But then it just becomes
Exactly.
so heavy that you want to be able to actually carry this through to the end.
Yeah.
Um, so would you say that you spend the majority of the time actually building like your storyboarding it and editing, or did you spend a lot of time on just in the roughing your like thumbnailing your board or you know uh, cutting things out? What would you say you spend the most time in?
I'd say script and thumbnailing, just kind of making sure I'm prepared because I like to get everything ready. And then once the main project comes, it's just a nice, easy, all the decisions have been kind of made enough where I can make some, good drawings and not look like I'm, you know, not don't know where I'm going with things. So,
Yeah,
uh, that's the thumbnailing, especially just because I'll draw one angle and be like, oh no, maybe it could be this angle actually. This angle looks cooler. Or I'll watch a
yeah,
movie and be like, oh, this shot's really cool. I should rework this entire thing because I like that shot that I saw. and then realize, oh wait, that shot doesn't work for my thing. So it's like a nice circle of madness
Oh
for a
yeah,
couple
yeah,
of
yeah,
couple of
yeah.
weeks. Yeah.
It's
So
always the case, right? And what do you cut? What do you keep? Like, what do you?
exactly.
There's a lot of stuff. And designing your characters, is this any influence from people you know, or? Sorry, I'm kind of rapid firing. I should not be, but
Oh
Sonia, did
no,
you have any questions?
I no worries.
Or did you have a lineup of your characters or a design sheet somewhere? Do you keep that
I can.
online or is it offline?
I have like concept like character designs on my pitch, but I'll show you.
Okay.
I'll show you what I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
Yes, share screen.
yeah, buddy.
This one
Yeah.
with like these characters and
Cool.
such.
Hold on.
So
There's a
just
lot of
yeah,
usage.
yeah, just figuring out, simple shape for characters, not making them look too over complicated,
Yeah,
Hmm.
keep
appealing and
partner
stuff like
shapes.
that. But yeah, so um,
We need
did
the
I share
Wemby. The Wembley? Wemby?
Wemby? Yeah,
Sorry, I
that's it.
can't see it. My monitor's like far.
And so again,
There's a
they're on a different planet, right?
no, this is like a future Earth,
Future Earth,
basically.
future Earth. That's it. So
Yeah,
it's a future
Would
Earth.
you call it a first?
basically.
Right on.
It's basically a Firth, yes. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of took a lot of inspiration from the ending of Wall-E because I always just kind of
Mm,
I really like that movie. It's really really good,
Do you want?
and I like.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, pardon.
No, no, I interrupt people. It's like the thing that I do. Please go
Oh, no
on.
worries. Yeah, I was actually almost at the end of my thought. So, but but yeah, that was like the ending of how they come back and then seeing that it's like, well, how would just kind of seeing how that would work out for a group of characters, like them
hmm
kind of reacclimating to being on a planet after sitting on a spaceship for years. So
hmm
that's where it's kind of had its legs. But anyway, Sonia, you were asking.
I was gonna ask you, do you want to go through the pitch Bible through your deck,
Sure.
and talk more about the project, like, kind of, when you were, if you were to
Yeah,
pitch
of
it?
course.
Would that be
So
fun for you and interesting for us? I don't know.
yeah,
I agree. I
like I
agree.
said, this is this year personally has been the year of things I don't normally do.
Hmm.
So yeah, like this, I this is like the first time I've been in like a conversation like this where I'm, sharing my stuff and not being like, maybe you should let the other person share their stuff.
No, this is
So stuff.
Oh,
awesome.
no, no. This
This
is all
is
you, bro.
this is like
Exactly.
what you gotta. This is essentially what happens when you go to events or market events or festivals. You just end up pitching your thing
Yeah.
Yeah.
to everyone, and it just turns into long conversations, or you just most people just walk around with the tablets and be like, "Oh yeah, here, blah 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 blah." It's like
Yeah.
right there and then. It's so fun. All right.
A lot of people actually did do that. I found that especially at the because the first time I went to Taffy, it wasn't like that. It was very tame. But I guess being in like a conference and representing a company and all that stuff, you kind of the experience just totally shifts. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I see what you did there. But yeah, so this is
Tricky Sonia.
no, this is
Okay,
me
but
and my friend
let's see
were,
the first slide, the log line or
ah
the mood board. Okay,
yeah,
log. Yeah, you have a story info, the log line.
yeah,
Okay, human return to Earth. Okay, yeah.
exactly. So it's basically what I said before. Humans can return to Earth, and on this, there's one island, and that's the only island on the planet, and everybody has to have a job or a function,
Hmm.
and because Godwin on the ship was a chef's apprentice, but the chef is very greedy and not very nice to him, so he ended up scamming him out of getting a chef's job,
Hmm.
and
Oh,
so
what a
he's
dick.
basically kind of on the street, and it's either he has to join the X Finders and be a soldier, or the other terrible thing that happens to what in the story they call it hazards, are creatures or people that don't fit into the colony. They're like distractions and dangerous, so they're hazards. So X finders are charged to basically find and contain these hazards. And so
I'm just gonna say you have a
got
fan on YouTube, Curtis S.
oh yeah, he's a
They're
friend of mine.
they're saying you're doing great.
Thanks, Curtis. I
You are.
appreciate you jumping in and saying good job, good talking, good work.
Good job, friend.
Thank you,
And
friend.
this is
Actually,
support from me.
I have a couple of friends that are like, "Oh, is this recorded?" And I was like, "Well, I guess it's on YouTube, so it
Yeah.
would be."
Yeah.
And they're
That will
going,
be it.
"Okay, so we'll watch it later, right?" And I was going, "Yeah, you can watch it later." I won't be there with you, but yeah, you can do that.
It's awesome. I love it. All
But yeah,
right.
thanks, Curtis. I appreciate it. But yeah,
There's a
so
heart now. Yeah, please go on.
oh, thanks, man. Nah, you're making me blush. I
Oh.
can't even blush. So, but yeah, so it's basically the main story is just this character Godwin hiding from the X Finders constantly on this one island, and in the animatic you see the two characters kind of rescue him, and they're like
Okay.
brother and sister, and their job is to stay at this outpost called the Stacked House, which is basically on the barrier between the Bay Area within the borders of the island and the high seas, which has all the sea monsters and hazards and everything that nobody knows about. So they're the two that basically keep all those creatures out. So he ends up hiding there for a lot, the remainder of the story, and doing work for them in exchange. And he hides there, and they protect him, and he helps around the Stacked House and stuff like that. So, because he's a very handy kid, despite being, young, he's very intelligent and handy and good with, cooking and cleaning and stuff like that. So, he's very lighthearted and very passive. So that's why he doesn't want to be a soldier. So,
And the
yeah.
cutout animation is rigged animation, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I found that I'm quite, adept at that genre, even though I've been actually really pushing my development with hand drawn recently, especially when I do short films. Like I normally just go hand drawn with those just because I do like the style a lot. So but yeah, especially for shows, I really like the cutout animation like Hilda. I really like the way they did that. So I really took a little inspiration from there. But yeah, so yeah, episodes will be around 10 to 12 minutes, which includes credits, kind of similar to Adventure Time, and I think even Steven Universe is like that. So, and yeah, the tone is basically there's a lot of mystery and sea adventure. It's very like a seaside mystery, sailor type of tone to it, and coming of age, but it's also very wholesome. It's very family oriented because throughout the story, a lot of these characters are going to basically rediscover what it means to be human because they're on a ship. They don't really know what it is to be living on Earth, so they start rediscovering traditions, hobbies, ways of living that humans used to do, and that really builds the character development for most of the story until the end.
And do you feel that the 10 to 15, like, what's your reason for the age group? Just curious, versus like 7 to 12, you're hitting up that 10 to 15 older demographic of teenage years?
Well, there is a little scientific reason,
Okay.
which is kind of weird,
Touché.
but because okay, so 10 to 12 is like the formative age, basically. So that's like the time when kids are kind of, I don't want to feel gross saying this, but like moldable, which is not great. Which is it. So yeah. So the thing is, I really, especially when I create IP, my main focus is to create stuff where when a kid watches it, the only thing they really learn from it is how to be a decent human being. Because personally, I'd say probably the reason why I'm the way I am is because of the shows I watched. And like my parents weren't super gatekeepy about what shows I watched. Like I watched Land Before Time, like the first one when I was very young.
I have the
Oh
DVD
man.
still.
And like I watched that over and over again, and I watched it quite recently and went, "This isn't even for kids, is it?"
Yeah.
That's pretty.
But it
I mean,
is
that's
kind of.
well.
It
It's. I
has
mean,
that like
the
multi-level,
introduction.
right? Where it's like
Exactly.
kids can get it, and then but it's not really.
Yeah.
But also deals with a lot of heavy stuff too, right? Like, and I
The
think
mom
that's
dying, I was like,
well, yeah. I think around that time, a lot of those movies had their theme about around loss, which I think it's important. Kids.
oh yeah.
I mean, that's just my opinion. That kids
And
around
and
that age would need to understand.
yeah, and I totally agree. And that's the thing where they say like add what is it like sneak in the serious stuff and cover it with a little goofiness type of thing.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
I like that idea for when I create stuff, especially like original IP, like really create goofy characters and premises, but use that to basically showcase actual developmental situations rather than just be goofy for the sake of being goofy. Because kids aren't always goofy. They learn and observe and stuff like that. So that's where the 10 to 12 and 15 kind of comes into play. So but that's like I think with more guidance I'd probably that might change depending on if somebody comes to me and says this is actually a good age range, you should put this in the pitch deck instead of what you have. Like I'd be super open to that too. So like I said, I'm learning as I go, so I'm
And
more
it's
of
just your-
like yeah,
Yeah, you're developing a world. You're building a world from scratch.
basically.
Which is the
Basically,
most
yeah.
fun you can have when you are creating IPs is like building that world.
Exactly.
Would you
Well, yeah,
ever,
that's the
would you ever see this being a game too, other than a show? Like if you were could make it a game?
yeah. Yeah, I would. Actually, a lot of people, I think even some people at Taffy, when I show them what some of my work, they're like, these kind of look like video game, characters. And I'm going
could
like,
easily
yeah,
be.
I'd definitely be open to that. I like when I was a kid, I would do coding with Flash, but I haven't done any of that for a while. So I would need I need an expert who is talented and willing to put up with my craziness for a good month.
I bet it's not that crazy.
Yeah.
At all.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, easy peasy.
Yeah, like that's a really like lovely explanation about the age reason, because I had the same experience growing up. The shows that kind of made me are the shows I felt it was about friendship and adventure and like exploring new places, and then just coming of age was more about just like a lot of it had to do with really just friends, having friends and like support and like feeling of belonging. It's like those are the kind of
Exactly.
shows I really love and remember all the time. So that's a
Yeah.
really great reason. For that reason, actually, having kids, I watch what used to be like what a 11, 12-year-old mind is. Now I see the development happening much sooner in the 9-year-old. Like the 9, the 10-year-olds, they tend to kind of
Attract for that. Yeah.
yeah, there's just so much more information out there now, I guess,
Right.
that with the internet and like all the gadgets and the switches and I can't even keep track of it
The
anymore.
switches.
Well, yeah, I
The
mean,
Switches.
there's so
Yeah.
much that Nintendo puts in there. I'm sorry, like they have like a whole thing with Nintendo News, and you cannot shut it down. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's all sorts of things there. So there's a lot of ways they now find more stuff. So definitely, I would say that this could stretch out to like maybe 7, 8, or like 8, 9, up to.
Okay. Yeah. See, and that's what I meant. I was like, eventually somebody's gonna walk in and be like, "Here's this new information.
Yeah,
Here,
That's how we
this will
learn.
help."
yeah,
I was like, "Oh, damn. Okay, putting an
That's
8
good.
now."
yeah. But what do I know? What's your next slide?
Because I don't have kids, so what do I know? I know facts from papers. They're not. That's like maybe like 2 years ago.
Data
I could be wrong now.
analytics.
But that's
Yeah.
how we learn.
That's
You
how
know,
I-
like
Exactly.
feedback. That's why I always go for feedback, getting people, that we trust and, work with to get feedback from them, and you just keep building it. Take some time, but I mean, have the support. That's what our Discord channel is all about, and what we're trying to build is that community where you can ask each other if you're not. It's like, hey guys, what do you think of this? And we're hoping there's more engagement to be built, in the future, where more people come in and we help each other out with whatever content anybody's making, right?
Exactly.
Am I going in the right direction? I mean, that's the cool thing about supporting each other, especially at times like this.
Yeah, and then
Where
anyone else who's watching, of course, can learn also kind of information that you include. I know we always talk about what to include in a deck. It never hurts to just watch another deck. But yeah,
what is a deck?
Yeah, what is a deck?
What's a deck? What's a deck?
What do you got? What do you got?
Because I put this little note here. It's like Green Spot Island's only green during one day of the year. That was like a weird joke that me and actually Curtis said to me one time. He was like, "Imagine it's just like they call it Green Spot, but it's actually like purple or something, and it's only green once."
That is
and
cool.
I'd be like, "Man, I mean,
that's a good idea. That's cool. I like that."
So I wrote that down immediately after he said it. And went, I'll just pretend that I.
It was Curtis. Wait a second.
Sorry,
Curtis. I was with you when we were at Taffy.
Yeah, he was ready to cross.
What's going on, dude? Yeah, I remember you.
Once you see his face, if you see his face, you'll know he has a particular face.
He's saying "lol" and then he's saying "I was."
Yes,
exactly.
That's awesome. Well, it's now yours, I guess. That's really fun because you only get the one day, and if it comes with some special things happen for that one day where they collect something because it's green and I don't know.
Basically. At this point, I'd probably wake up tomorrow and be like, "Oh my god, I have the idea." Right?
Yeah.
Totally.
You never know, man. Like, sleep with a sketchbook next to you. Have one. I actually carry one in my jacket in winter, anyways. My jacket, I always have one in my backpack. And then I have so many ideas scattered. I should have one next to my bedside, though, because I know there's a lot of times I've woken up and I'm like, that's a cool idea. It's okay, I'll get it when I wake up. I'll go grab my coffee and then it's gone. It's like somebody took a magic eraser and swiped it out of my memory. And then I cry myself to sleep the next night.
I have the opposite problem. I have sketchbooks everywhere. So and then it's incomplete thoughts, but
I just reused my last one, so I gotta get more. So.
Yeah, man,
awesome.
Always have sketchbooks.
We should just do that. It's just like sketchbook sharing. Take a picture of your sketchbook or something page.
Dump the whole stack onto your table and be like, "Here you go."
Yeah. Go hang out with. There's an actual really cool. I just unfortunately I don't get to go as much as I'd like, but every Wednesday there's a whole bunch of animators here in Ottawa get together at the Carlton pub, and I'm just too tired because I have olditis, and by the time we finish our podcast, our draw jam, I'm too tired, But it's so much fun because there's so many creative people go there, have a drink, and draw, and I think that should exist more everywhere. Should have your own little groups of people doing this, once a week. It's great. Yeah.
There was something in Toronto called the Peg Bar, I think.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
That's unfortunately the name is. No, like, wait a second.
Also,
what?
There used to be Dr. Sketchies, and then people used to go to.
I like that, Dr. Sketchies.
Yeah, I don't know if that's still alive. And then there's one where it was the
Bring
jazz one. Oh my gosh, drawing blanks here on Queen and.
Jazzalaz.
No, there's just a jazz bar where just there's musicians playing.
That's cool.
Yeah, we.
I would love it if there's a speakeasy. Make a speakeasy just for art. Well, not just for artists. That's kind of exclusive. But everybody can go, but you could just go hang out. Yeah, and then you have little tables and stuff, and people are drawing. That would be amazing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cafe hangouts. You can start the one in your area.
Yeah. We need more building before that.
Tim Hortons or a Starbucks.
Yeah, Tim Hortons work. Any hole in the wall.
All right, so Godwin and Elmjo?
Yeah, that's like a working title.
Godwin
But
and
that's like me messing around with names because I'm like, it's got to be. He's an alien bunny. It's got to be a weird name.
Mhm.
yeah.
Weird enough, my name is so complicated. I can't come up with a complicated name. It's like, but
Okay.
yeah, so yeah, so so yeah, Godwin's the main character that I was talking about. Elm Joe is this alien bunny he finds in the woods while he's on the run, and in the animatic, that's like the aftermath of when he finds this Elm Joe character, and they're basically kind of in the same boat. They're being chased by the X-Finders, and then they get rescued. So
Okay.
Elm Joe is basically this creature that helps kind of revitalize the Earth, and his brother was on the planet previously, and that's the reason why humans are able to come back to it because of that, because of his brother. So during the story, he's looking for him the entire time with his, and there's like this metal backpack that has jetpacks and all this extra stuff, and that was his brother's, and that's the only thing he found on the island. So he's been carrying that around and has all these secret little compartments with all this different trinkets and stuff, like the cherry candy that he was trying to bribe the giant beast to eat. So yeah, so his that bag is basically gonna kind of really push the story, its mystery side a lot more, and create different episodes that really push towards the climax of each season and stuff like that.
It's like a bag of holding from D&D that you just go into, and a whole episode just happens inside that bag.
Exactly.
Exactly. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. And then so Eliza and Foster, they're the brother and sister duo. They're X-Finders that are stationed at the Stacked House. And Eliza is like considered one of the best X-Finders, one of the most skilled. But because she's, not a dork, she, likes helping people and stuff like that. And her brother is a very tech savvy person who's very withdrawn, but together they kind of balance each other out. So they'll usually go out into the high seas where nobody can go and do research and stuff like that to, protect ways to protect the island and all that. So, and there's like a little secret story where Eliza actually has a pen pal in space that she ends up falling in love with. And then there's going to be an episode where, the pen pal is revealed and she's all nervous and giddy and blah, blah, blah. So the little side stories to kind of help the characters seem more interesting, right? So
how many episodes have you written so far?
I'd say like fully written, I probably around 3. Yeah.
Do you have an outline of the?
Sorry, I was gonna say 10 to 12 minute script.
One is 10 to 12 minutes. Some of them are maybe a little less. That's why I think I kind of came to the 10 to 12 minutes just because of, writing off the top of my head and then going, oh, this is cool, I'll dump this somewhere else and then find another story to write about this stuff. So that's what I mean when I say it's been kind of banking around in my head. I think it's only now, this year, where I've really actually committed to building it properly instead of just it being some passion project of mine. So, but yeah, so I can, there are like episode outlines I have like later.
That's awesome.
So
that's a lot of work. You should have the backpack sounds very important. You should have just a design page for the backpack.
Exactly.
The prop and then like how it changes shape and what's inside and when it comes like what the things inside, what they do and how they change shape. So just like show the functionality of stuff.
I like the mystery of that.
You're saying like not to show what's inside?
No. I like also I agree with you, but what I'm saying is I like the mystery of the backpack. That you
it's funny you say that though, because I have a journal that's the original pitch Bible is a journal, and I actually drew out that like a functionality and then like listed all the items within the pack and everything. And like I was it was like late at night and I had all the ideas in my head, so I went on like a whole tear.
Yeah.
And then I
Nice.
probably passed out, but you know, that's fine.
That would be a really cool way to present it. It's just your like the deck being a journal on them going.
Well,
on
I
an
actually
adventure.
I made it into a brochure.
Cool.
It was
Oh,
supposed to
cool.
be so the original, and I actually have it here. So this thing here
Nice.
is like a brochure.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
And the idea was when I pitch it to people, I pitch it like an actual place and be like, hey, come see what
That's cool.
the Green Spot Island's all about. And people look at me like, this isn't a real place, is it? It's like, no, this is fake. We're animators. What the heck are you talking about? But yeah, so it was going to be a brochure where I kind of try to sell it. Like, oh, come live here. You know, come live in this new colony. It has all this weird stuff.
The
That's
prices are affordable. And they're
Yeah,
it's
affordable
off the
housing.
coast of Vancouver. Wait a second.
That's really smart.
But yeah,
Fun.
stuff like little creative bits like that. So like now, with kind of really, bringing everything together, I'll be able to make something that's a lot better than what I just showed you. So,
Well, I mean,
but
it's a process, right?
Absolutely.
basically,
You can't have
it's actually a really
everything,
fun
like-
process, though. I really
Yeah,
like it.
absolutely.
I really appreciate it. Yeah.
And it's important to take the time too to make it to build it, right? You're building a lot of seeds that especially with the story and everything, and as you move along, that's the beautiful part about making your own stories, that there's a point where, and I think I talked about it in another podcast with the other guys, is that it kind of takes a life of its own, and it almost feels like it writes itself. And that part is like my favorite, that you build so much that you're like, well, what if this happens? Oh, because of this and this and this happens, and because of this. And then you're like, you have this whole world that you've invented, and it's so amazing when you get to that point.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you're right about it writing itself, where like most of the ideas I get now is basically playing off of existing ideas. It's like, oh, what if because he can do this, now, there's this little spot or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
and also it's also fun when I share it, especially with people, creatives like yourselves, where it's more of, oh, I just have more ideas for you, rather than, oh yeah, well, this isn't gonna work. It's more of,
Yeah.
oh, how about this? And then I go, oh, that's actually a lot cooler than what I was thinking originally. Let's go with that, and then kind of takes off from there. So,
And think about how fast it moves too, from when you start getting a crew together.
yeah, I heard it
that
gets yeah.
it's like boom, 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 boom. You're like, oh my god, this is insane. It's
Like,
awesome.
how did I get here?
Yeah, what did I do here?
Yeah, Jose, you spiked my coffee again. Seeing things.
I totally did.
It's like,
No, but it's oh, you got to going through the
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
just,
I know.
scrubbing while you guys are talking.
yeah.
But back to
And
the
I
deck.
think like
Yeah?
yeah, no, it's sorry. I got distracted because I'm looking at the Zoom and I see a different screen here, and I'm like, what's happening? that's
I'm
awesome.
just messing
Um,
with y'all. No, that's
I
okay.
just- I'm like,
showing
man,
it,
the drugs are working.
Yeah,
the drugs are working finally.
and now we've got
It's just-
Winnie and Wemby, right?
Decaf
Yeah.
coffee.
Yeah, so Winnie and Wemby, they're so there's like, because it's law enforcement, you gotta have tiers. So there's like scouts, inspectors, corporals, and then there's something called like, I gotta find it. I wrote down, like, the name I gave it was so cool, and I can't find where I wrote it down. And it's killing
Always
me.
the case,
but
right? You're like,
it's like
dang
Thunder
it.
something.
I hate when that
It has to be in here
Hold on.
somewhere.
I hope
Don't
my-
say
It was-
Thundercats.
No, it was like Thunder something. It was much cooler than
Thunder's
Thundercats.
so much better. We'll just
Yeah.
never know.
Well, it was basically like they're basically like the heavies of that group. Like they're wielding, insane lightning magic. They're
Right.
in these decked out armored, because they all look like they're in hazmat suits in some variations. Basically, the point.
Okay.
So yeah, Winnie and Wemby are basically the scouts. They're like the bottom tier. So they're kind of
Right.
like learning. So Winnie is the lady, and she comes from like the wealthy side, which is like the eastern side of the island, where everybody's like growing stuff and building things. So they're all rich and snobby a little bit. And so this is like her family, which what they do is they send their children to the X Finders as like a kind of a boot camp sort of thing. So that's
Right.
why she looks like she just doesn't care. She's just like over it. Is that that's all she is. She's kind of like I rather not be here. But eventually she realizes she's actually very good at being an X Finder,
Hmm.
and that kind of pushes her to take more responsibility. And then Wemby is kind of a little bit of a duff, where he tries way too hard, but he's kind of unathletic, but he really likes to please, and he's very loyal type of person.
Right.
That's why, like, he's in the animatic. He's the guy chasing Godwin
Right.
and
Right.
almost getting eaten.
With that
So-
mask. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He has like the X Finder mask and everything like that.
Nice. Yeah,
And
it's a very
so-
cool mask.
Yeah,
Okay.
that took a lot of messing around, because I was
Oh,
it's
I
like
bet.
I knew it had to be like a hazmat look, but there were so many variations. It was insane. So, but then I was
Yeah.
like, oh, you just put an X. You can make an X. That makes sense.
Yeah. It works.
That's easy
It
to
works.
animate.
So did you board this on Storyboard Pro, or what did you use? Did you use
I used Toon Boom Harmony.
Photoshop? Okay.
Yeah, I did a little like trial with Storyboard Pro. Unfortunately, I just don't have the capital to
I got you. I got you.
pay for both, right? So I've been
It's
kind of
pricey.
yeah. Even
reach out-
Toon Boom's kind of getting more expensive, so it's
Yeah. Well, reach out to me. Ask me again, but I would say I use Clip Studio Paint.
Okay.
I actually animated my whole film with it, so and I did the
Okay.
background on it. You can storyboard on it because it has a timeline. So if you're
Okay.
wondering how to go through it, just ask me. Actually, I have to get back to Denver as well. Denver Jackson asked me about that. That was I'm like,
Okay.
oh yeah, I totally want to do this. It's super fun to animate in, by the way, if you like hand drawn stuff.
okay.
But I get it
okay.
for a production like this. You probably want, because Toon Boom's quite a bit expensive. Have you thought about using any other software? Because there's a
Well,
lot more
yeah.
affordable softwares going on right now. For, you have Moho, which is I have an older version, and I'm like, wow, the things that you can do is fantastic. That's not
Exactly.
including. We just saw the demo at Taffy. Were you there for that?
I unfortunately missed it. I think
Oh.
I went to another. There was another thing
You want to eat your peas?
I may have went to eat my peas. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
No, eat your peas,
is
yeah.
The Toon Boom training pipeline?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Oh no, I didn't go to that one. I actually went to the life drawing one. Is that?
Oh,
yeah,
I see. I see.
APW, of course.
Yeah,
Shout
I went to that
Yeah,
one
yeah.
with my friend. So
Did you guys like
yeah,
that?
yes, it was very good. I've been really trying to be adamant about doing life drawing a lot more, especially for animation
Yeah.
purposes. So yeah, they were great. They were enthusiastic, and they had good notes. It was fantastic. So I appreciated
Amazing.
them a lot.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I used to teach for them, so what I used to do
Oh, sweet.
with my team, yay, light drawing! Curtis says light drawing, capitals. What I used to do with my team at work is we would do 10-minute warm-ups with reference. We were working on a show where we had a lot of horses. So every morning we would spend 10 to 15 minutes doing gesture warm-ups, drawing
Okay.
from just photos of horses. And sometimes in the sequence where they're either running, but pose by pose. So we just take a YouTube video of I would take a YouTube video of just I don't know, horse shows, and I would just pause when they're changing position. We would gesture that, so it would be like a motion sequence almost. So we would
Okay.
gesture draw them taking action. So
Yeah, they did that. They did that with us. Yeah.
yeah, so
So that was really cool.
yeah, so a tip to anybody out there, if you're looking to just get really loose and have a good drawing day, just do gesture drawing. 30 seconds to 1 minute from a reference, or you could also just pose and then draw if you
Yeah.
have a life drawing
But
pad.
also, I want to take a minute
Yeah.
to give a shout out to Lindsay and Eat Your Peas. So that's Eat Your Peas Production. So eatyourpeas.ca.
Yeah.
Or go check it out. Like that's training It's awesome. It's like a school that runs like a studio.
Yeah.
So check it out,
Yeah,
y'all.
we're gonna have Lindsay on one of these.
Yeah, we were gonna get her again.
Nice.
She was here not long ago, but we're gonna get her back because she's super fun, and she made up a song for for a draw jam that I'm like, let's see if she actually remembers it. If not, I'm gonna have to pull back the video from it's in our one of our lives, and it's
Nice.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. And
we're just being
HEPs
silly.
is our trading partner, so
Yeah.
they're not sponsoring us, they're our partner. So
Yeah.
which is why we had the booth together at Taffy.
Absolutely.
Which is
Yeah.
why you guys see us together. So we also went to Web Summit together. We
Mhm.
support each other quite a lot, so because we believe in collaboration. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's really
And this is how we're gonna survive all this stuff. We collaborate and we help each other.
Yeah.
You know, move up the ladder.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yep.
All right, so your deck. Back to this.
Oh.
Inspector Goggles.
Oh
Is
yeah.
that Inspector Gadget?
Yeah, he's basically a parody of that guy. Because I used to like I said, I watched a lot of interesting cartoons, and that was one of them. I just sit there and I'd be like, this guy's nuts. It's like, what?
Yeah.
He is
I
really
was like, that's
great.
probably why I'm all goofy now because of him.
Pink
Inspector
Panther too,
Gadget.
right?
Oh, I
Okay.
think I kind of missed that. Like I did get to see a couple of Pink Panther shorts at school,
Mhm.
but I never really, I don't think I got into it the way a lot of people did, which is
Oh.
kind of a regret of mine because I watched some and I'm going, man, this is good.
You can
This
still
is-
watch it, you know? You find it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It-
it's on
oh,
YouTube and Instagram. It keeps showing up.
I think they did a new version of it. I think they did a
Really?
remake or something.
Oh,
How old?
And
I
I'm
don't
pretty
know.
sure it's like a reboot. But I had to do an assignment in animation school with Pink Panther Walk Cycle. So
oh, nice.
Oh my
So,
god.
yeah, it stuck around in my life for a bit. So is,
Ours was, I think, yeah.
is
Go
Inspector
on.
Goggles essentially kind of inspired by that?
He
Having-
kind of is. So Inspector Goggles is a robot, but nobody on the island knows that. So he's supposed to be like one of the more accomplished inspectors. So he goes around basically assessing hazards and seeing, are there any dangerous creatures in areas and stuff like that. So, and he in the story he recently starts getting obsessed with the stacked house because he has intelligence that bunny is around, so he basically chases that thing like Tom and Jerry for most of the show. So, yeah, but
Cool.
so he never really takes any of his stuff off, but he's a robot. And nobody knows that. So
Right.
everybody it's like he's like the living legend. It's like, yeah, we've never seen him take off his goggles before.
It's like Pokeroo. Wait, do
Basically,
you know what Pokeroo is?
I've heard of him,
Okay.
and yeah. So it's it's basically along those lines. So, but yeah, very authoritative,
Mhm.
and eventually he kind of gets put in that situation where his ruse is kind of coming undone and stuff like that. So that's his character arc a little bit while he's trying to maintain the being one of the best inspectors on the island and stuff like that. So, but Wemby and Winnie are kind of like his proteges, so they work with him most of the time. And that scooter thing, like this is what I mean by world building. Like the scooter thing is like what's called a bubble tech item, and it's basically like a hover scooter that they fly around on the island and stuff
Oh,
like
cool.
that.
Okay.
So
Kind of like the Atlantis, the Lost Empire. It's like that old Disney
Oh,
movie.
everything kind of hovers and yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
They have
basically.
hovering vehicles like that.
Oh yeah,
They
I-
have
I'm all-
technology.
And they
we
look-
have the technology.
yeah, yeah,
Basically.
and they look like they all look kind of like fish or something.
I had this
Yeah.
weird thing with the animals where I was like, well, let's just have everything kind of either be a fish or a bird or an amalgamation of the two.
Mhm.
So that's why you're seeing like the seagull that can swim, and there's like
Yeah.
whales that look like birds and sharks that look like ducks and stuff like that. Like, so having kind of like Avatar: The Last Airbender, where they're having all these weird mashed up animals
Yeah.
together. So kind of taking the thing that hasn't happened yet and putting into the show, and having that as like a little world building esque thing. So
there's so much more to it's like every time I see pitch decks and then I talk to the actual creator, there's so much more to it than what the illustrations are, and then it's just so much more captivating when you actually get into the conversations about it.
Yeah.
So I actually cool. I'm not even sure that's the thing. I wonder, is it better to show more of the stuff or just kind of talk about it?
It's such a difficult question. From my personal experience, I would say that it really depends on what you're looking for. Honestly, I would say that it could be either way. And I would also say that it just depends on how much of a ready package you want it to be. If you want to be more of a early days where you want to collaborate, or you want to really establish everything and get it really tight, so then by the time someone sees it, most of the things, the rules of the world have been set in stone. So if that's the goal, then yeah, you elaborate more. If the goal is to keep it open and have more exchange, then it's always good to talk about it. No matter of how much more you want to visually develop it. It's for the purpose of, are you going to use it, or are you just going to develop it further so then it's so ready for production that all somebody has to do is just take it and go with it, like, run with it. What do you think, Jose?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, there's well, yeah, it's a bit of a depends on what you're trying to do as well. Like you're saying, how much you want to show. You want to captivate the audiences, so whatever you need to do that, or build that hook. I don't know how much. I mean, you have so much more coming as well in the future. As you're building this, that's gonna keep growing.
Yeah.
So right now, what you have is that you choose the best stuff that can hook people in, and get them captivated, and then you don't have you'll have more ideas coming through later. So it's not like they're going at loss.
Exactly. So this is like the concept art. So like for the fact that I was talking about, the brochure and everything, I made like all these little concepts of like when people take photos of the wildlife in places, they look at the wildlife, especially in Canada. They everywhere they do that.
Yeah.
So just creating like different crazy characters and trying to kind of make it seem like it's on Earth, but it's just a new
different kind of Earth,
basically. So you got like whales with horns and
this will be
stuff like that. Yeah,
this will be a very big product, like a lot to put in a production, but I mean, you just trickle it in, and like I said, you keep building it and stuff.
What is your experience been like when you share this with whoever? What do you find? What kind of questions do you get? Or
I usually just look for if things hit the way I was intending them to hit. Like if jokes hit right, or if it's clear of what the characters' kind of motivations are and stuff like that. But also I mainly just look for if people are excited about the idea.
Okay.
Really. So it's more of me just talking about it and being like, would people actually watch this if they've never heard of it before?
Right.
Type of idea. So that's the thing, because again, I don't have, like, I've never worked in a studio before, so I don't really have like an idea of how, like, the process within studios happens.
Right.
As well as I would need to. So more of it is just figuring out what gets like audiences interested in things, basically. So I might not even share it with people who are in the industry. I'd share it with random friends and go, hey, here's the show. What do you think? Would this be a cute thing to watch for like a whole night?
Yeah.
If you're bored, and they go no or yes, and that dictates where we go from there, right? So
that is awesome.
But yeah,
that's awesome. I feel like that's to me, that's more challenging than showing it to people in the animation community, because then I always feel like I feel like people just wouldn't watch this, so whatever I'm making. So sometimes I do it
Yeah.
that way, but that is actually the right way to go. Is like go to the audience, go to your potential audience, and see what they have to say. So from that point of view, do you feel like you need to do more elaboration in terms of design or like the backpack when you're showing and talking about it, or do you feel like so far so good?
Personally, I feel like it's more of, I think again, it's trying to figure out what the most important parts are for me, because there's like it's basically become like a word soup of ideas.
Yeah.
And building the idea where I guess it's plausible for people to create is kind of is the goal. But I think I just in the fact that I've created characters, I understand their motivations, I have it down on paper, and also have like a location and a basic understanding of the world that they're living in. I think I am on the right track in that sense, where I'm not just kind of, hopping between different types of genres, and I'm not sure where the story is going. Like, I know where the story is headed, because I've actually written down the whole series like twice, just in a journal, just to kind of have like a train of thought of how things happen. So I'm just not creating episodes like The Simpsons, and, never ends. So
right. Would you be open to? I mean, as things evolve, things change obviously from the first episode. Every show that you've seen that runs for a while, like things evolve from it. Like, how would you feel if something like Animals in the World, or you figure something out that is like, oh, this might work better, or this is better for production? Because a lot of things end up changing based on like, sometimes you might not have enough designers or enough builders, so you end up having to mishmash things or minimize things. How open are you to basically change things to make it work within your production pipeline?
I'm pretty flexible with that. So, like, because all these ideas are great and everything, but I do understand projects have limits to them in terms of what can and cannot be done. So it's for me, like, sacrificing something for the greater good of the whole project is not a problem for me at all.
Yeah.
So as long as it kind of stays true to the overall goal.
Of course, yeah.
Right, and that's like the goal isn't like, oh, I want a show that does this, and this. I just said I want a show that teaches people how to be decent people. If the show can do that, and I have to stop, drawing, the seagulls or something, I'm cool with that. Or Doctor, the X Finder thing kind of has to be kind of minimized. I'm cool with that.
Right.
It's as long as we can get the main story across and get it to people who will appreciate it and benefit from it.
Yeah.
I'm not too, attached when it comes to like, I shouldn't say attached, but like, I don't block that sort of feedback.
Yeah, it is difficult, but I think in some cases, merging or like two characters into one to make sure you kind of continue that feel, that the heart and soul of that part, what you're trying to do. You have to, and I see a lot of shows have done that, but you got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Well, and that's the thing, right? I've learned that. Yeah, in my work, it's just kind of sometimes you just have to. There's things you have to do. It may not be the razzle dazzle you want, but it gets done and it's done. That's
like everything else too. I think in some cases you can go back and bring things back that you put away in a little vault, and then is like, hey, you know what? I can bring this out for this one episode or something.
Exactly.
So
just being
that's a really fun idea.
We've got 6 minutes to wrap up. Let's see the other slides.
This is just a map of it. See, this is what I mean by changes. This is actually, I used to call it Bloom Island, and then I went, that's boring. So
that's fair.
So in green spot, which is funny to me because I was going, it's green spot on the face of the earth. That's funny. But and so that yeah, so this is a map. This is all like the areas and stuff like that, little drawings and such.
Cool.
And then yeah, potential episodes.
Oh.
So yeah, so there's like there's plants and stuff that are a lot more alive on the island. So they have their own newsletter to inform people how to treat them better.
Nice. That's awesome.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
and then so this episode is called the Night Chaps. So it's a Halloween episode. So during this episode, everybody in the colony town is like freaking out because their homes have been like ransacked. They've been pranked and stuff like that. And Godwin and finds out that there's these tiny green frog looking dudes that are messing things up. And they eventually figure out that the only way to stop them from doing that is to put candy or sweets or some sort of treat on the porch of your home. And they'll take that and they won't ransack your house. So that's kind of like new Halloween for them. So stuff like that. And then yeah, the fishing trip is, I actually did make an animatic for this. I just never published it. But it's about, because I used to do a lot of fishing trips as a kid, so that was like the first thing I thought of. So there's Godwin, and there's another character that's kind of a playoff of like one of my uncles actually, who does a lot of fishing. So they go on a fishing trip and they meet this like sea witch, and the sea witch that has this blabber mouth type of personality. She talks a lot, and they disrespect her, so she turns into a giant sea monster and tries to eat them. Ooh. And then they learn the value of not being terrible to strangers, stuff like that. And then the Night of the Earl King's kind of like a more serious episode where there's like they have to figure out the mystery behind this mysterious creature that when he touches something it turns to ash and stuff like that. So there's like a few, those are like, he's like the one antagonist and stuff like that. But yeah, so yeah, that's the basis of Newlander.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys allowing me to talk about this.
Absolutely.
Cool. So
I was gonna ask,
art.
Yeah, I was just gonna
that's the website.
That's perfect. I was gonna ask, what is the next stage for you? Are you making another animatic? Because the one you have is like under 5 minutes. So what's the next thing you're working on, or going to publish, or going to develop? Next milestone.
Well, I did write. I wrote a smaller script, kind of recently to animate, like create an animatic, and a friend of mine who has been talking to us in the chat for hours, it seems, said he was going to voice the character. So I wrote a script for the Inspector Goggles character, and so we'll see if he wants to do that, and then we're gonna create an animatic, kind of a similar animatic style to that, and then publish it as well. So
we're gonna see another animatic like a month from now when we talk to you again.
Most likely. I'm being reinvited.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm being reinvited.
Because the expectation is there.
Yeah.
So, you have it? It's like,
we're imposing a deadline.
Turns off.
Actually,
It just turns off the whole thing. You never see me again. Actually.
yeah, actually, yeah. Oh no, my connection is gone.
Oh no. You know what? I totally forgot. My bananas are melting. Let's go.
Pretty much. But
And it's gone.
we have a lot of people in the Discord community that could help your project. I mean, we do have a lot of different groups there. So the idea of our community is that when all of you are working on projects, we have different squads, right? So we've got each department is a squad. So then if any of you or yourself are looking for, designers or anyone else who you could just work up and help each other, you just post like a request there. Hey, this project looking for some help on this, you know, design or turnaround or whatever. And then this way everyone's helping each other in small bits and pieces versus like making such a big, you know, onboarding thing. It's like I need a whole crew now, and it's more about getting each step done with some help and then
Mhm.
building it up. So yeah, we sure hope to see your progress, you know,
Yes.
when you
We'll
give
catch
us a
up
shout. Yeah, we'll follow up with you
Yeah.
and
Of course.
see where you're at. No pressure.
And we have more guests coming up, like in the coming weeks. We have some cool, really like fun people. Like it's just gonna be a rotation, have inviting back, see where we are.
Yeah.
You know, we want to keep this community going, supporting each other. So don't forget to subscribe, join Discord. You know, telling everybody, not just you, Makafui, you're already there.
Oh yeah.
But-
We should post the Discord
Did you
link.
Subscribe.
subscribe yet?
Hello,
Oh,
everybody. Did you
no.
subscribe to our YouTube channel?
Oh boy.
Better.
That'll help us a lot.
Yeah, I guess yes, it would. I'm gonna put our Discord in the chat. I'm sure whoever's
Yes.
watching already is in the Discord, but in case you're not, there's the link. And
Boom.
we are going to talk to Herringbone Animation next week, and anyone who hasn't heard
Week
about
after. Week after.
week after, sorry, week
The
after,
week after. Sorry.
week after. Next week it's a surprise.
Ooh.
Pressure's on.
Yeah.
Pre-
Under
pressure's on.
pressure.
It's always better when the pressure's on.
Dude.
Queen,
But-
don't sue us.
Oh boy. Yeah, so yeah, that's because of music copyright. Everybody knows this, right? Don't use the music that's copyrighted, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
please don't.
YouTube will
Yep.
ban you. Just in general, if you're making animatics, make sure you're using royalty-free music. Just FYI.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah,
I actually did score that music myself.
that's
so.
awesome.
Nice.
I was gonna ask you.
That's
did you-
awesome.
That's
Yeah, I use GarageBand and
yeah.
kind of just
Yeah,
go.
dude.
Come on, brain, you can do it.
And we have musicians also in the community, in the Discord community. There's musicians that you go like, and never actually. There's one that that you can ask me in there again. And she did a fantastic job. I just needed a little part of music, and I didn't want to get sued by Hanna-Barbera. And she did
Nice.
her name is Michelle Monette, and
cool.
she's in there. So yeah, there's more musicians there, not just.
Yeah, I've been
her.
talking
Um,
to Chihiro. There's
Oh
a
yeah, yeah,
lady.
yeah, yeah. Right on.
Yeah, she's great, and I've been seeing her
Dude.
work, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I swear,
keep,
when I get money,
yeah,
I'm calling you immediately.
do it. And that's why
Please.
we want to keep those connections in the community, right? Because
Exactly.
as you're moving along, once your project is moving along, everything just falls into place. You already made the connections. You already have the people in mind that you go like, you know what, this person would be perfect for this, and that's how you build a team. You know, and you get to know everybody, even though they might be in Vancouver or Miami or Toronto. It doesn't matter. So, but on that note, I would like to thank you again for coming and chatting with us and sharing your great project. I'm looking forward to seeing more of it.
Yeah,
Me too.
it's gonna be, keep running. The wheels are gonna keep
Let's
turning.
do it.
Yeah.
I
Let's do it.
appreciate
Let's
you
support each other.
inviting me.
Oh, absolutely.
course.
And I will actually. I'm gonna follow up with you. I have a question about taffy for you. So
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna
It's
follow
like,
up
were
with
you actually at Taffy, or were you
Not
just
taffy.
messing with
No,
us?
no, not taffy. Actually, I want to ask you something about OIF.
Oh,
so I'm
okay.
gonna follow up with you.
Yep.
Zayn, I will
Yes.
follow up with you on that.
For show, for show.
Yeah.
All right, let's call it up because it's 9:03 now, and people are gonna. It's 9 o'clock. You
I'm
said
gonna-
9.
Get off the camera.
I'm stopping streaming. Bye YouTube. Bye YouTube. Bye.
Bye.